extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has
been extremely dangerous to our democracy.
What's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. We're live, direct, live in effect, and it is a Sunday. It is weather was actually nice out here today, man. I took about a 2.5 week hiatus. Y'all haven't been seeing me doing the lives. We are back, and we are here to chop game. Who we got here in the comment section, man? My man Civic Maker in the house. What up? What up? Good music, what it is, what it is. Good to see you back. Truth is here as usual. Yes, indeed. What's up, man? Sage was good. Said she can make a Sunday live. That's what it is. Welcome, welcome. Alfonso. All right, that's what it is. I see Alfonso and Civic Maker still battling for the perfect attendance. It's a Mexican standoff with the two of them. Ain't nobody trying to be absent. What up? What up, Tony? We got a couple mods in here. We got about 3 mods in here. That's what it is, my man Eric. What it is? What's good? What's good? All right, so we got any if we got any trolls in here, y'all better beware because I got 3 of my wrenches in here to get y'all up out of here. So let's everybody act accordingly. So I was in Texas, man. I was out in Texas. I went to meet up with your boy Felis Floyd. For those of you who saw the live stream, Felis Floyd, good people's man. Shout out to my man Felis Floyd. If y'all not subbed to his channel, please go sub to the Felis Floyd show. Dude is on point. He was down there schooling me about a lot of different information, man. He was telling me about getting into foreign currency and things like that too. So yeah, dude was on point. So shout out to Felis Floyd. For those of you who missed the show, he did take it down because we started to get a little bit in depth, and some of the things we were talking about will get your video pulled. So he left it up for like a day, I think, and he went ahead and removed the video. However, it is still on his Rumble. If you have not seen it yet, I will be posting it on my my Patreon, which that probably will be tomorrow or something like that when I post the video. It might be Tuesday, to be honest, because tomorrow I got a lot of running around to do. But yeah, that'll probably be on Tuesday, as a matter of fact. But yeah, we got in depth. The eclipse happened, man. I missed a lot. I've been gone for a little bit. You know, April 8th, the eclipse happened. So everybody was talking about that pretty much. You know what I'm saying? How many of you guys were out there looking at the eclipse with your bare eyes? How many of you guys out there looking at the eclipse with no glasses on, man? The glasses, you can go right to a gas station and get the glasses. Apparently, all kinds of gas stations had those glasses. You can actually just put them over your eyes and watch the joint. But me, I watched them with my bare eyes, man. I went ahead and put my feet in the soil, grounded or whatever, man. I just looked right at it. I just looked square at it, man, for probably about like it had been like 25 to 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It was nice, man. Like I told people, when you start sun gazing, like you look at the sun long enough, man, it has a blue aura. It's not even yellow. It's like a blue aura. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people. I started to look into the black sun too, man, because it was crazy. Everybody was talking about, yo, why can't you see the moon during an eclipse? It was like, yo, the moon is nowhere else to be found, and you don't see it coming in front of the sun. And people are trying to say, oh, it's because of the light, such and such. Well, I've been doing some research about the black sun, which is very interesting. Didn't know much about it before, but y'all, I will say this: start looking into the black sun, because there's a lot of things that we're not being told. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that are going on in the sky. You know what I'm saying? We'll leave it at that point. We'll leave it there. But yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff they're not telling you about. What up, Slim? Was good? Was good, my man Jared? And we got 4 inches in here. That and the moon nowhere near the sun. Yeah, you know what I mean. We can get into it. You know what I'm talking about? Black hole sun. Yeah, the black sun. Look, people are starting to get it though. Like I didn't even hear nothing about the black sun before that, and I started to say, yo, this you know uh uh I didn't call it a moon, but I was like, yo, this object that's starting to block the sun is like pure black for real. You know what I'm saying? I can see it with my eyes, like, yo, it's 100% black. And we got about I think we didn't get like the full eclipse like Dallas did. We got a good portion of it though. It was like a small bit of the sun on the left-hand side was still visible. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it was covered, but it did pass like right past it. It started off right here and then it like moved around this way. So it did block a lot of it. But yeah, I even heard some people saying it was Nibiru, Planet X. The moon has nothing to do with eclipses. Right, right. And one of the first things I looked at in the sky, I was like, yo, hold on, I'm looking at this eclipse. Let me look around in the sky and see if I see the moon. Nowhere to be found. Thing was gone. So it's like, what's really going on here type thing. But yeah, it was a very nice sight to watch. It's always nice to watch nature do its thing, you know what I mean? But it was awesome. So shout out to everybody that watched it. Now, they had the National Guard in place in a lot of these different areas because they weren't sure how people were gonna act. They were concerned. And it almost makes me wonder exactly what they were concerned about, man. I know when I was watching the eclipse, I actually had like goosebumps on my back and all the way down my body to my arms and my feet. You know what I'm saying? It was like a sensation. It was crazy. It just kind of makes me wonder, like, what exactly is that all about? Now, you had different people saying, don't watch the eclipse because, ancient civilizations would go in the house and board up their windows and don't watch the eclipse because it's a lot of negative energy, negative charge, or something like that. People are going to be insane. Somebody even said Luna is the base root word in lunatic for lunar, lunar. And that's why when that happens, it can drive you insane or make you crazy or something like that. And these are all, you know what I'm saying? I can't blame people for thinking. But me personally, I'm like this. Look, nature, has always been something that's very interesting for me to watch. And I don't really see it as a situation where we need to be afraid of something like that. So I refuse to sit there and be like, yo, I'm not gonna watch it because I don't want, negative spirits to jump out on me. And then if y'all want to be worried about something, let's be worried about what the hell they were doing, shooting up 3 freaking missiles at the eclipse. Shooting 3 missiles at the eclipse named after ancient gods of destruction, I believe, correct? That's one of the things that they were doing. They were monitoring those things there. I mean, there was a lot of shady stuff going on. They even cranked up CERN. They even fired CERN up during the whole entire thing. The particle accelerator CERN, which is supposed to open up a rip in the time dimension, or what is it, the time space continuum, something like that. It's supposed to basically open portals, from what the people are saying. Now they're not going to say that, of course, but it's supposed to basically be like a black hole generator of some sort. And we've noticed every time they fire this thing up, there's Mandela effects that take place. It's not a coincidence that things start to get a little different when you try to remember certain things or something like that. And they all chalked it up to the first time they fired up CERN. Like, yo, things have never been the same since they fired up CERN. And every time they fired up, there's more and more Mandela effects that really come across. You know what I'm saying? The theory is with the multiverse, with there being different dimensions and things like this is why they tell you in all of the movies about the multiverse. Um, the most closely aligned dimensions will be very similar, like very subtle changes here and there. You know what I'm talking about? And then, if you cause a rip in a dimensional tear of fabric, two of them could bond, which could cause things to change. I put into auto darkening welding helmet on for some of it, and certain times your helmet started blinking. That's interesting. The eclipse had an adverse effect on the technosphere. The day felt unrealistic and out of sync. I'm gonna say this. I definitely had to get back on my regimen in terms of like frequency raising because when I was running around, like I wasn't staying on my spring water and stuff like that. I had to drink that crap out of the stores, and that can definitely affect your you know consciousness level, I believe. Because when you drink that water stores memories. So when you drink that earth spring water, you're basically getting the earth memories. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where you start to get downloads and stuff like that. But I wasn't getting the downloads. I'm out there like, damn, this is crazy. I'm so used to drinking this water. I ain't had it, so I'm not getting my downloads. So I felt a little bit out of touch. So, luckily when I touched down, I had to re-up, man, because ain't no place like home. This is what I'm gonna say. Y'all who are living in Texas, man, y'all water is nasty. Y'all water it even smells weird, yo. The water out here is like, yo, we got so many rocks and trees and springs out here. It's fire. Y'all got that desert water for the most part. So, you know, everything else was chill though. You know what I'm saying? What up? What up? What up, athletes? What up? What up? What's good? But yeah, so that whole entire thing with the eclipse, that was quite an ordeal. A lot of people were afraid. I was actually me and Floyd were talking about it, and I was expecting to be able to catch it when I was coming back on the plane because the plane we took was right in the path of where the eclipse was moving to. It was crazy. I'm like, yo, if I get in a situation where I'm like in a direct path of the eclipse the whole time, you know what kind of YouTube footage that's gonna make? So I'm like, let's go. So nah, but I was out too early. By the time I got back to Maryland, it was like I think it was like 1:30 or something like that, too. So we didn't see that. No, it probably was about 1 o'clock, but we didn't see the eclipse till about I think it was 3:30 or 3 or 4, somewhere around that ballpark. But I know I had a lot of downtime. But yeah, otherwise, man, it was a cool trip, man. It was pretty cool. Lauren says, magnetize your water. All right, let's get into some of these videos though, man, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on since I've been out of here. And listen, I am so behind. What is that? That out of there. Give me one second. Let me get this straight. Give me one second. Let me rewind this. And who told you to do that? I didn't tell you to do that. All right, we'll just get out of there then. All right, I'm gonna just move that out the way completely. Okay, let's move on. All right. Let's talk about this Nikon camera. So you know what's interesting? I said a long time ago, I was like, yo, with these cameras being as good as they are, and people can just set up a tripod, it's gonna be very hard for them to, to try to fake a moon landing now. Because they were supposed to be talking about going back to the moon or something like that. And it was like, y'all can't even really do that now. And the reason they try to tell you the technology got lost or they don't have access to that technology anymore to go back to the moon. It's not that. It's the fact that you can actually physically watch them. Like, yo, look, I'm gonna point this Nikon P1000 to the moon, and we're gonna see exactly what y'all talking about. Because if I don't see y'all go on that damn moon, y'all lying. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what they're talking about on this video.
The number one reason why a lot of people are waking up to the truth of flat Earth is the Nikon Coolpix P1000. This camera is the most powerful zoom in the world. Here's how I know. Here is how I know that we are gaining traction, because they are discontinuing this product as of February 29th. Multiple articles. Several Japanese stores list the Nikon Coolpix P1000 as and will be discontinued production. Why is that important? Here's why it's important. The number one proof, besides people who believe in the Bible, for flat Earth is the fact that you can see way too far. The reason why this camera is being discontinued is because they do not want normal people going out there like me, who can go out there and zoom in on miles and miles and miles and see absolutely zero curvature. They are losing their narrative. They are in trouble, and they are losing their grip. This is the reason why they're wanting to ban TikTok and everything else, because all the truth that's starting to be exposed right now.
All right, so they discontinuing that bad boy, man. I think that was one of the strongest. I think the first guy who was able to discover the error in their narrative with the curvature, he actually took. I think he had the same camera they just banned, and he put it at the edge of the shore because the idea was supposed to be that there was curvature every so miles or whatever. I came in with the narrative what they were saying, but they were basically saying, yo, you can't see it because your eye only lets you see but so far, but the earth curves around this time. So this dude put that joint right on the beach over the shore and zoomed in, and you could see the landmass that was supposed to be over the shore. The water creates an optical illusion that the boats and all that are going over top of them. But when you zoom in, you can actually physically see the boats. So that's that's what I'm talking about. So you try to say, hey, I'm gonna go to the moon, and this dude whip out a Nikon P1000. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm watching you, and don't nobody see no moon activity. Now you got more questions to answer. You know what I mean? So they're discontinuing that camera for we already know what the reason is. They said it was too powerful. Not sure if that's the case, that it was too powerful is why they were discontinuing it, but it's much harder to spin a narrative if you got technology like that sitting around for people to access. Richard said, "Have you heard about structuring water before? Apparently, it turns H3O in a living water. I usually put like a not I ain't really like a blessing, but like I'll basically put information into the water. But I never did like I don't think structuring or anything like that. But yeah, the water anyway, the spring water is going to be living water anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because that's straight out of the caverns. 8 inches per mile square. That's what they say. Bust out the Nikon 1K, my man. Other side said hip hop, but it is, man. Good to see you here. Right. So, it's harder to spin a narrative now when people can just whip out a long ass camera and challenge your narrative. Now it's like, we gotta get more creative. We don't put these goddamn narratives out in the open, and these people ain't buying it no more, man, because of the technology. And then they were trying to shut down TikTok at one point as well. How did that go, by the way? 'Cause I don't use TikTok. A lot of people were trying to talk me into getting on TikTok. It was like, yo, if you just drop the smidgen of the information that you just told me, yo, you could go viral on TikTok. I'm like, yo, but I really don't want to install TikTok in any of my hardware, man. I'm not really trying to install that, man. I don't know. I'm just real funny with TikTok. I still don't trust it 100%. Just like Zoom. I was talking to Floyd. I said, Joe, you still trust Zoom after they put that update out? That update where they basically can take any of your information and basically use it how they see fit. You still good with that? I don't know. So I said, I guess to each his own on that one. All right. Why can't I find this damn video? I done been away so goddamn long. I can't even find no videos anymore. Hold on. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. So let's talk about people finding items in their backyard that have been buried for thousands of years and what they decide to do with these items.
Struck it rich in their own backyard.
By the way, this is fair use. This is covered by fair use. So don't give me no crap, YouTube. This is fair use indeed. And that's what it is.
They stumbled across an old can sticking out of the ground. Then they found 7 more. Inside were 1,400 mint condition gold coins from the 19th century. Some of them are so rare they could be worth $1 million a piece. The couple wants to remain anonymous, plans to sell the coins.
So these people found some coins in their backyard and put it on the news. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bruh. First off, you know how easy it is for people to find out once they know you got all them kind of coins you just found in your backyard to find out exactly where you at. That's absurd to me, man. Why would you put that on the news? That's crazy to me. And then on top of that, with the whole coin situation, they're talking about selling the coins for Federal Reserve notes. You literally about to trade gold, something that has value, for something that doesn't have any value. You know what I'm saying? Which is insane to me. So that's crazy. But these people found millions of dollars worth of coins. No, let me ask you another question. Check this out, right? Now let's look at it from another light. What if they were to sell the coins and then buy like gold coins, like, get more gold coins? Because with those coins they have, they could probably sell it for, like, again, millions of dollars, and they just buy a whole bunch of like kilos of gold or something like that. What if they were to do something like, how do you guys feel about that? Would you guys move in that direction, or would you just say, man, give me the cash and let me go move the damn Ireland or something like that, some island nobody lives on? Give me an island. Give me an island with a house, some chickens, some dogs and cats, a little garden out back, man. Just leave me the hell alone, type shit. Athlete said, giving attention to the water. Yeah, those Japanese know all about that. Listen, I'm telling y'all, man, you'd be surprised, yo. You can't do it with all water, though. You cannot do it with all water. I tried it with different water. It only really works with the spring water. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna need a copper or like a silver container to drink it out of, let alone gold. But ain't nobody balling like that to have a gold container. Not any of us anyway. Allegedly in September. What you talking about, hip hop? Y'all heard about the updated Surveillance Act recently passed? Nah, I haven't. I haven't heard about that, hip hop. No mercy, what it is. What's good? Good to see you here. Now, what's that act about, man? I know I was at the airport and they got this machine. We talked about this machine like a year and a half ago, though. You guys should already know how to move if they ask you this. So you go up to the front, you give them your but right before you go through TSA, which is a pain in the ass. Dealing with TSA is a nuisance. So going through TSA or whatever, and then you give them your ID or whatever, passport card, passport, whatever you got, and they'll say, "Yo, step back and so I can take a picture." You can opt out of that. You can opt out of that. You don't have to give them your picture. They got your passport. You don't need to give them any picture if you don't want to. You have the right to opt out. You got the right to opt out of that dumbass clear machine too, to make you put your hands up like this. You can opt out of that too. Opt out of all of that crap. They only run that game on people who don't know any better. But yeah, so went through that, opted out of that, basically went through. TSA is such a goddamn nuisance, though. I'm telling you, I get the fact that they created more jobs, but man, the hassle of dealing with them, bro, just running through these goddamn conveyor belts and gotta take your stuff off. It's a nuisance. You honestly don't really have to take your shoes off, though. Like, if for whatever reason you messed your foot up or something like that, you don't have to take your shoes off. A lot of people don't know that either. A lot of people don't know that. The more you know. All right, so moving on. All right, so Cat Williams is telling people about the CIA.
Well, before we say Hollywood was created by the CIA, I guess I should clarify because, first off, you guys do know the Pentagon has a budget for film. Like there's a whole department in the
Did not know that.
That's a fact. There you go. That's all you need to know. There's an entire department in the Pentagon. They get involved with films, and they get involved with films for the purpose of propaganda. They always have.
Hit certain people, and this was before we called things promotion and marketing. You know what I mean? That's Hollywood is not really there to entertain you. Like that's great that happens, but propaganda is something that is important to all civilizations.
What movies have
I
they
should have
produced?
said Pentagon instead of CIA. Tons of them. I should show you the list. You should pull it up.
I'm gonna
It's
Google it right now.
wild. Yeah,
Absolutely,
Pentagon
please.
Department for Hollywood. Tons of them.
I have to
Even
report this.
Transformers. Even Transformers, like, because they're concerned about certain narratives. They get involved with like World War films, like how are we telling a story about history? Usually it's because we're lying about what we did or trying not to make Americans aware of the crimes against humanity that we
Wow.
commit overseas,
Yeah, the Pentagon has funded some films: Black Hawk Down, Red Dawn, GoldenEye.
The more you know.
Mm.
So now you understand your experience in theaters is what your government wants you to think. They want you to think that this is how things happen, and it's usually not at all how things have actually happened.
6 of the best movies made with help from the Department of Defense. This is military.
Yeah.
Yep. So we already knew that. That's not really news to us. But there's 100% manipulation. Like any movie you see about anything involving crystals, like we looked at the Infinity War, where they basically had Thanos collecting all of these crystals that had special abilities and things like that. This stuff is all real, man. And they're basically putting the information out there, spoon feeding this, so those who are interested, basically get some kind of confirmation of like, yo, all right, this is what's happening. We're on the right track type thing. I think that's what it is. I also think there's a certain amount of truth that they have to put out too, in order for them to be able to keep moving the way they move. Predictive programming, if you would. Even like a universal code for this reality, like in order to stay in power and be able to keep doing certain things and to keep being in that position, some truth has to be unveiled. Even if it's in the form of a movie, it can still be put out there. If the people don't want to believe what they see, that's not your responsibility. Jared says you energize water by making it go into a vortex. You can buy them online. It's a copper corkscrew. You install it at the main, and they have shower heads that go in a circle, create a vortex also. Never heard of that. Haven't heard of that. That's the path. Copper is important, and South Pole magnet as well. That's a guy that actually dropped he had a copper. What did he have? I think he had like it wasn't a kilo. It was probably like maybe a coin-sized copper he dropped inside of his pool, like the little area that has the chlorine and all of that stuff. And he dropped it in there, and it kept the algae from growing inside of his pool. He said there's a certain kind of charge that it put in the water in order to keep bacteria or whatever from piling up, or was algae or something of that nature. Basically, it kept the pool clean. So he stopped using chlorine tablets, and it was supposed to be more healthy, of course, because you're not putting chemicals in your body. You get in that water with those chemical chlorine tablets, it gets absorbed through your skin, pores. Yeah, my teachers confirmed this when I was going to school to work in the entertainment industry. They said nothing you see is entirely fake. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That is 1,000% true. I'm trying to tell people, man, there's a little bit of truth in all of that stuff. Even if it's like a half truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, some of these war movies. Look, great example. One of my favorite movies ever made, Jacob Ladder, man. I think I told y'all about this before. Jacob Ladder is one of my all-time favorite movies because it talked about the war and it talked about what they were doing to these soldiers in order to get these soldiers to be able to be more vicious towards each other. So they actually took, and this falls back into that Dicenian glass and all. We talked about that, how they actually put these goggles on these soldiers that had a special combination of Dicenian, but I think there was too much, and they saw into another dimension. They were seeing like flying dragons and all this other crazy stuff, and they went berserk and killed their own team because they were shooting at these demons. So Jacob Ladder, basically, they gave them LSD drops. Like they dosed them with LSD, and what happened was the soldiers started going crazy and killing each other because they thought they were seeing demons, which they were telling you right there in Jacob Ladder exactly what they were doing. They just weren't telling you how it was done. So if you take Jacob's Ladder and you take that movie They Live and put them together, is literally the same story. Well, very similar stories, really. But the Dicenian glass or whatever is supposed to be able to see auras, but the blend they put in those glasses, it enabled them to see in other dimensions completely, not just the aura of individuals. So it got wild, man. And these movies actually came out for people to watch, which is absurd to me. Like, damn, I'm surprised this got made. You can't tell me the CIA did not have some say so when They Live. Come on, man. Like, they would never make a movie like They Live today. Even if they tried to remake it, it would suck. Just like when they tried to remake Jacob's Ladder with what is that guy's name that was in Barbershop? The light-skinned dude with he had the shortcut green eyes. All the girls liked him or whatever. He was like the thug in Barbershop. I can't remember what his name was, but yeah, he was like one of them heartthrob type dudes. So they put him in Jacob Ladder, and it was garbage, of course. The movie wasn't good, but the first one was a classic though. The one that came out like 1991, 1992. It was a great movie. Very telling. It reminded me a lot of Silent Hill. Silent Hill actually had some a lot of influence from Jacob Ladder. That the writer of Silent Hill had basically said, "Yo, one of my greatest influences was Jacob Ladder." There was a scene where like there was a wheelchair just laying there, and the light from the top of the stairs. It was like a dark ass basement, and the light from the top of the stairs was just shining on the wheelchair, and the wheelchair was just the wheel was just spinning. It was just like it looked creepy as hell. And he was like, "Yo, I took that element and I added it to the first Silent Hill movie or video game." And he was like, "Yo, that was one of my main influences." So yeah, there you go. I'm in Canton, bro. I know you close. Word, my man's out in Canton. Yo, I ain't been to Canton in a long ass time. We used to go down Canton to party. Canton was live back in the day. I don't know how it is now. I don't be down Canton, but Canton was fire back in the day. Shit, you live in Canton, you got big cheese. Jay got money. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how well off Canton is, man. You might be living next door to one of the Ravens if you live in Canton. They got money down there. Zinc prevents allergy too, and pennies and zinc and copper. Zinc, okay. Okay, got you. The Beetlejuice remake. I'm interested to see what that's about. I need to go back and watch the old Beetlejuice because when it came out, I was a child. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was about demonic possession and spells and stuff like that too. I just don't remember the specifics. You go by another good one to go back and watch Ghostbusters, yo. Go back and watch Ghostbusters, the first and second one that came out in the 80s when we were children. Let me tell you something. Yo, they were telling you a lot of stuff in the Ghostbusters movie. 100%. There's no copper in the new pennies. Yeah, probably not. I would be surprised about that. Me two caps. No, that's all good. Don't worry about it. I knew you were going to mention that. Mention what? The Ghostbusters? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. They talk about pathways into different dimensions, spells. You know what I'm saying? Inviting evil in. Like it can't come in. Demonic spirits can't enter your house unless you invite them in. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they can really come in your house. That's why they say you gotta be very careful with who you let come over your house and pray. And you can't just have anybody come over your house praying because if you invite them in and they praying to something that you're not familiar with, you have a hell of a time getting that out. That's what they say. And there's certain blessings you can even put on your house to keep your house protected as well. But yeah, that's a lot of those old school movies that teach you little stuff like that. Even the vampire movies, like vampires, they couldn't actually come in the house. What movie was that? Was that Vampire in Brooklyn? I can't remember. It might have been Vampire in Brooklyn where Eddie Murphy couldn't actually walk in the house. I think it was like a certain Barry. She had to invite him in for him to come in the house. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of that stuff is actually they're giving you the codes. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you the pieces so you can apply them accordingly. All right, let's move on to the next video, shall we? All right. London Bridge is falling down. Oh, don't tell me they try to do some goofy. I think they did some goofy stuff here. Hold on. Let me try to rewind it real fast. A historic and clubby group in London could face billions in claims for the Baltimore Bridge collapse. Ah, man, they trying to make me like subscribe or something like that in order to read. They're not gonna let me read the article. So apparently, that's crazy. So apparently, I'll tell you guys basically. So apparently, the bridge, in so many words, was insured through London, which is very interesting. 'Cause remember the song we learned as children? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. That kind of thing. It was basically insured through a company in London. You can't make this stuff up. It's almost like they purposely put it in front of us so we can put the pieces together. No mask, no way. The vampires and pirates more honorable than cops and politicians. There's a specific set of rules that they have to operate by. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like the ethereal dimension and stuff like that, it's very, very strict with a set of rules that they have to move and exist in. You know, the thing about politicians and police, at the end of the day, a lot of them are still humans, so they have the margin for error. This is why they say Homo sapiens was so powerful, because there was the ability to uh, engage in certain behaviors and face consequences later, when in certain circumstances, certain entities or such could not break certain rules. You know, um, I also think that's partially why we fell in frequency as well. When we used to be like functioning at all of our full potential, DNA unlocked and things like that, we were one of the most powerful beings. And I kind of believe the part of the reason that we're not there anymore is because of, again, our actions. But yeah, the abilities we have now pale in comparison to the things we used to be able to do. I mean, we didn't even have to do stuff like, that's why when you look at hieroglyphics, like in a pyramid, it's mostly pictures, because they communicated telepathically for the most part. It wasn't even a whole lot of like physical writing. So a lot of the pictures that were basically put out there, and this is before cuneiform and all of that stuff, I want to go back as far as to say, a lot of the pictures that were on those pyramids were put there because I believe they knew what was going to happen with a fallen consciousness, that they were aware of that. So it's like, all right, let's just put these pictures to make it as simple as possible, which for some reason is still hella confusing. Still hella confusing. Even though they got helicopters and airplanes and all that other stuff inscribed inside the pyramids, the fact still remains. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. All right. Let's look at some CIA declassified codes. Now, I'm going to say this. If they put these out and these have been declassified, I would love to see the non-redacted pages of all the codes they have. This is how we can be sure the simulation theory applies. Anything and everything works through numbers. This is why the what's that guy called? The gematria guy that always ties every event in through event that happens in through numbers. If you look at numbers, certain outcomes can be determined with the right mathematical equation or combination of numbers. So the CIA declassified codes for pain relief, healing, and more. All right. To go into a normal, natural, restful sleep, lie down in a comfortable position. Breathe deeply 5 times and count from 1 to 20. Before you reach the count of 20, you will go into a normal, restful sleep. To remember any part of your life experience, close your eyes and touch softly the fingers of your right hand to the center of your forehead. When you do this, you recall and remember immediately that which you constantly desire or consciously desire. To reduce pain signals, look with your closed eyes at the part of your body which is the source of the pain signals. As you look, repeat in your mind the number 55515. When you do these two things, the pain signals will slowly reduce until they are no longer important. To reduce emotional charge, Close your eyes, inhale deeply, hold breath for a moment, then think of the calming, cleansing color green. When you do this, exhale slowly, and the green energy will push all the excess and harmful emotional charges down through your physical system and out through the soles of your feet. Man, if they put this out there, just imagine what else. They probably got codes for flying, codes for hydro manipulation, telepathic abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like teleportation. They got all the codes, man. I would love to see the non-redacted page of this, but this is one of those things that you'll never be able to get your hands on. And this right here is esoteric information. This is probably around the time they were doing research on things like astral projection, out of body experiences, and stuff like that. Psychic abilities, you know, being able to read rooms and stuff like that when you're in the next room or 3 rooms over, being able to see inside buildings and stuff. These are all things that they've experimented with and have had success. With them. Some of those experiments they had done were very interesting. There's so many declassified documents I would recommend people reading. But yeah, that's one. That's one of them. Crazy. Michael and T, Tom Numbers. Hemisync profound sound frequencies. They help induce meditation, hypnotic light state. It's CIA tech. Word. Man, listen, there's the human body is literally like a super advanced spacesuit that we all got on birth, but we were never given like the the full instruction manual. Like we got the suit, we just don't know the instruction manual to manipulate this mofo. Like we know certain things, but there's a whole nother level of things that it can do that we're not aware of because we weren't given the codes. That's what it's like. It's like having the Venom suit with no voice. You know how the Venom suit, when Venom will wear the suit, it would talk to him and tell him what to do. We don't got the voice. We just figuring it out as we go along. Look into ancient teachings of mountain ascetic hermits. They teach how to interface with the grid. You got a book on that? Can you send me a book on that, Lawrence? By any chance? Dolphin births apparently gives kids super abilities. We talked about that too. Dolphin assisted births. They actually outlawed those though. And you could probably still do them. They used to do them in Hawaii, but you could probably still do them, but you got to go like to another country completely to do it. You can't even just go to Hawaii anymore. But the guy was getting busy because he was doing dolphin assisted births, and the children that he was doing the dolphin assisted births with, they turned out to be born with a higher capability to learn. They walked and developed faster, stronger muscle mass, were quicker mentally. They were just able to do things unnaturally or naturally that was unnatural for regular children to do. And what they were saying was when the children were in the womb, the supersonic sounds that were emitted by the dolphin swimming around in a circle around the mother who was pregnant with the baby, it unlocked certain potentials in the baby. And I think this is also one of the things that they started to look into and research. That's why they shut it down. So, yeah, this guy actually, I think he ended up moving to another country and he continued to do his work over there, but he wasn't allowed to do it in Hawaii anymore. And supposedly, with a dolphin assisted birth as well, it's supposed to be painless. Like there's supposed to be zero pain for the mother. You know, which the first thing they want to try to do when children are born now, they want to try to shove that epidural in women's backs. And a lot of women take the epidural because the pain is too great for them to bear. You know what I'm saying? But I really believe that epidural has some negative effects on children, but even a mother, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they so anxious to put stuff in your body and not tell you what the hell it is. Like, hurry up and take it now. You know, take this now. What is this? What is it? You know? But luckily, when I was born, my mother did not take an epidural. Thank God. So I'm blessed for that. Shout out to moms for not taking no damn epidural when I was born. Awesome. You just heard about, I talked about this like 2 years ago. I talked about this a little while ago. Frog Dog says 414 megahertz. Yeah, a lot of different frequencies you listen to also can unlock different things too. That's facts. There's healing frequencies, focus frequencies, all kinds of stuff. That's why I always tell people, man, even if you're not really into music, depending on what kind of music you actually like, try to go to a cafe or something like that where they playing music, live instruments. Sit down and get yourself a drink and just relax, because those frequencies from those instruments can be healing. Back in the tribal days, they used to use the drums and different tambourines and stuff like that. And these frequencies can really help you out and heal your body. They're also very good for you too. That's why when you listen to certain music, when you're depressed or something like that, it can help bring you out of that depression. You listening to you riding down the street listening to some good classical music, it can put you in a really relaxed mood. You in the house, you got your classical music on, or you got some jazz on, and you got your nice little red wine, and you just chilling reading a book with your light on. You know what I'm saying? It's very relaxing. This is why frequencies can actually help heal you and your body as well. 1,000% facts. It's like the TV show The Greatest American Hero. We got the suit but lost the directions. I didn't see that show. I didn't see that show, but that's a great analogy though. If that's what it is, that's 100% a great analogy. We got the suit, but we don't have the direction. Nobody gave us the feedback on the joints. And look, check it out. The CIA has all the good information. They got all the good information on the suit. They know the information. They're just not giving it up. They redacted everything, man. Like, you don't need to know this. You don't need to know this. Like, yo, what do you mean I don't need to know perpetual flight or something like that, or vulnerability? But why do I not need to know that? You know what I'm saying? But I get it though. Like, the wrong person get that in their hands, it'd be an issue. But hey, I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. Music bowls calms upset children as well. You know what I learned for upset children was very effective, man? Classical music. I'm telling you, bro. You got a child that's wilding out or just yelling and screaming and won't settle the hell down. You put on some classical music or just like an instrumental beat that's real smooth. Lo-fi works real good for children too. I've seen. They real temperamental or whatever. You put some of that smooth lo-fi on, or some of that old school Jay Dilla instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? You take the Tribe Called Quest, and you go ahead and put the instrumental straight through, man. That'll relax them children, man. I'm telling you, it'll vibe you out too. You be like, man, this is smoking fire. Man. You just be chilling for real. Absolutely. But yeah, music bowls, absolutely. Absolutely. Killer Code says, same here. Epidural is fentanyl. Sheesh. Sheesh. No, the music bowl is what I just found out about. Oh, okay, got you. No doubt. In psychology class, I asked about the pleasure button in the brain, and the instructor said if we could push it, we literally would push it so much we wouldn't eat or do anything else. Probably. I think some people would. That's why you got people who abuse substances. Like, yo, substances can be a way for people to press the pleasure button. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody that wants to chase the METH. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they always messing with that METH because they get that high. They get boosted. But the thing about it is, when you take stuff like that, you get a crazy out of control high. But the next time you take it, they always trying to chase that same high. They never actually catch it though, because you basically destroying yourself. You're building a tolerance and destroying yourself. So it's taking more and more of that in order for you to achieve a high that's not even as high as the first one you had, or the last 5 in some people's circumstances. So they end up taking themselves out the game, unfortunately, man. It's a nasty path. Same thing for crack, any of that stuff, man. It's really terrible for you. I listen to different ones while I sleep. There you go. Shoot, man. What the hell was I listening to? I was listening to what was it, man? What was I listening to? It wasn't lo-fi. I think it might have been like just some smooth instruments over rain. It was like rain playing real quietly in the background with some smooth instruments. I was gone. I literally partied so goddamn hard when I was in Texas. The last day I was there, I said, yo, I sat down. Me and my boy sat down. His lady made food for us. We ate the food. I'm watching television, bro, and I slowly zoned out. I probably was knocked out by like 9. Gone. So they tossed me a blanket and a pillow. I said, well, good looking out, man. I went ahead and threw that some of that soft music on with some rain in the background, like some, some real smooth rain. I was knocked out, bro. That's probably some of the best rest I done had, man. You start getting older. That sleep is crucial. That 2 hours of sleep you don't get, man, that might be like detrimental for you, man. You might mess around and like fall down the steps the next day or something like that, not being coordinated. Let alone being out drinking a whole lot of any of that stuff. Or you can't do that when you get older, man. For all of my boys that's in y'all 20s, man, check this out. Enjoy it while you can. Because when you turn 30-something years old, you're not going to be out there drinking all night and then go to work the next. Man, what? I remember back in the day, I used to hang out at the bar, man. We would start off the night with Red Bull vodkas. That's what we started off crazy. And we would just dance, party, talk to girls, hang out or whatever. And all night, blue moons here, blue moons there. Give me another Red Bull vodka. Yo, I'd be out probably till like 2 a.m. Get in the house probably like 4. Wake up at like 6:30, trashed, and go straight to work. No, it wasn't even 6:30. It's probably like 7:30, and go straight to work. Man, let me tell you something. I did that shit now. I'd be on life support. Hell no, you can't do that no more, man. You get older, you gotta move different. 100%. Killer Cuddles. Children still studying beside the midst of waterfalls had better test results, moods, less sickness, less dealing with allergies and asthma. Midst of waterfalls, huh? For some reason, I believe that. It's very chill and relaxing, man. Classical makes beautiful cymatic patterns. Yes. Facts. Facts, yo. That's facts. And then that's why when you drink your wine with the classical music playing, them patterns get inside the water too. You drink that, it just completely relaxes you, man. 1,000%. Some nice red wine. I recommend Boulay personally. Let me show y'all something real fast. Boulay Casorzo. If you're a wine drinker or you like some nice smooth wine, I can find it. Yeah, this joint right. It's not an expensive wine either. It's a sweet wine. It's not expensive. Like you might spend like $15 for a bottle of it. I know around here it goes for about $18. But I'm gonna tell you something. You get yourself some nice classical music with this wine right here. You can sit down with your lady or something like that with this wine. I'm telling you, it's very, very relaxing. Let me show you. They're showing right here. It's called Sulen Casorzo Boulay. It's an Italian wine. It's got a lady in a old school lady with a tennis racket dancing on the cover of it. Pick up a bottle or two of this joint right here, throw it in the refrigerator, keep it on chill. I'm telling you, go ahead and play some of your classical music with a glass of this. Get like a chilled glass of this joint right here, and watch you just be like real vibed out, man. I'm telling you, it's fire. For those of you who don't drink, you can just ignore that message. But a little bit of wine, I don't think is bad for you. It's also pretty good for your blood flow too. As long as you don't overdo it. Just like with, or just about anything. I say just about anything. But yeah, that wine right there, yes indeed. He had the book, but he shrunk himself and lost it. He had to figure out how to fly and the rest of the powers. I watched it as a kid. Okay, I didn't see that movie or that show. This is the Rat Utopia experiment. It seems that way. I even heard somebody say it was a prison planet, and I couldn't even argue with him. I said, damn, I want to argue so bad, but I couldn't because the points he was bringing up was pretty strong points. And then somebody else said, Joe, this reality is basically a test. You're supposed to notice the many things wrong with this reality and the fact that they never really change. So that way, when you transcend to a different reality after this one, you'll know exactly what to look for. You know what I'm saying? Only the perceptive will be able to make it to that next point. But the people who aren't, they got to repeat it over and over again so they start to figure out what the hell is going on. There's a free software called Audacity. You can use it to retune your favorite orchestral music at 432 Hz. Your whole body will feel the music. Damn. Audacity? I closed the bar 7 days a week in my 20s. I rarely drink anymore. It's poison. Yeah, I feel you, man. But like I said, me personally, one little wine ain't gonna really mess with you like that, man. As long as you don't overdo it, man, you gotta be take care of your body because you really only get one of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, being responsible, and don't be in a whip trying to navigate, travel, or drive or any of that stuff. Get yourself a Lyft or Uber home. Be responsible. To all my people out there watching, you know what I'm saying? We don't want nobody to get hurt, cause any loss or injury, anything like that, because that's not what we're about. That's not what we are about. All right, check this out. Let's look at what the shout out to Here's the Deal. I thought this video was interesting. And for those of you who have not seen it, this police officer got busy. My man stood on business with the Constitution. People started to wild out over this dude filming, and I'm gonna try to cut through the fat on this video because there's a lot of in between that's not really relevant. So let me start it up real fast. And again, this is fair use. Shout out to my man. Here's the Deal. Good looking out for the boost on views. Sharing my video back.
Hold on to your hat because I guarantee you've never seen an audit quite like this one before.
I also understood that you were taking video, and that is explicitly not okay in our office.
Of course
and
it is. It's the American right. Yep.
No, it's not. Turn that off right now. I'm calling the sheriff. Turn it off right now.
I'm able to record.
Or I'm not speaking to you anymore. You need to take your video, and you need to leave now, or I'm calling the sheriff, and that's about as simple
They'll
as that.
inform you I have the right to record in here.
You do not have the right to record
Oh,
in
yes,
here.
I do.
No, you don't. Please have him turn the video off.
No.
We have a legal basis.
Wait a minute. If I
You're
had
not
him turn the
rejecting
video off, he
this.
could sue me too.
This may not be acceptable to other
No,
people.
it's not acceptable to me. It's the law. Okay, I guess you know better than me.
I'm the legal director here.
Imagine you violating the American Constitution on the American people while you're a mere servant.
Unprofessional, bad faith, arrogant, childish, impatient, and smug. These are not words that should describe a public servant. Not now, not ever. Isn't that right, Christina Lynch? Audit Them walks into the Cook County, Illinois Assessor's Office, FOIA Division, to hold our public servants accountable.
Yep, they are in violation. Here is the executive office, and they got a key lock on the door. They got a key lock, key badge lock when that office is supposed to be open 24.
Policy, we will treat this as an emergency situation and call men with guns to ensure your rights are violated by force.
I won't allow you to violate my rights. Hey, bud. It is. I was here to pick up some records. Yes, it is. And there's my handwriting. Yep. She just threatened to call the sheriff because I'm recording for accountability and transparency.
Yeah, well, we have postings right here. You can't video.
There's no state statute. This says.
I'm not going to argue.
Sure.
With you about
Okay, my man, I'm here for a couple reasons. I'm here to pick up my paperwork, and I'm also here for Section 9B. Copies of all notices of denial shall be retained by each public body in a single central office file that is open to the public and indexed. I'd like to go see those right now.
Okay, you're going to have to place a separate request for this.
Separate request?
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
I'm going to give you this back.
Okay. This is also what I'm here for too, my man, is Section 4.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay. This is the 2022 FOIA law.
Okay. Does it have the description of the, no,
You can read through all the documents and
it doesn't have what I'm looking for. It doesn't have the description
description of what?
of the requests.
Have you looked through all of this?
Yeah.
Once you look through all of it, then it's done.
Okay.
Okay, because it's more than, pages go past that.
Yeah.
This, I believe, was this is the employment file for the assessor.
Okay. This is also what I'm here for today, sir. Section 4 requires records to be prominently displayed. Could you guide me to where these records are?
This is online.
No, it's required to be at the public body, prominently displayed.
Okay, if you want to talk to someone from legal, you can. Okay.
But you're the FOIA officer.
Right, I would get you documents. Past that.
Yeah.
Legal's going to want to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Just sit tight and I'll get
Sure.
you.
Fast forward.
Not my.
When Barbara switched to TurboTax,
I broke 4 generations.
I did walk in there and look
Okay,
for
well
it.
then maybe we need to fix that.
Yeah, sure.
And in the
That
meantime,
is a
if you
possibility.
got the information that you need and you're just and that's
And
what
I'm
you
filing an
want,
additional. If I could have another
that's
FOIA request,
fine.
I'll file an additional
I also
FOIA
understood
request.
that you were taking video, and that is explicitly not okay in our office.
Of course
and
it
we
is.
have
It's
signs
the
that are
American
posted.
right. Yep.
No, it's not. It's not in our office. And if
Yeah.
you have an issue with that and you continue to come back here and take video of my staff and frighten them, I'm going to call the sheriffs to come here and remove you. We have postings and we have legal basis for it.
Let's clarify this. Hey, Christina Lynch, director of legal, who pays rent and buys food with our tax dollars. Is it our right to record in an office we provide for you?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Okay, just checking.
Camera
So,
doesn't frighten. It's for my
I
accountability
am
and
not
transparency.
afraid of what you are coming here with your video, but my staff may be. And you have no right to come in here and threaten and harass my staff.
I never threatened or harassed anybody.
Okay,
It's all been
well,
on
it
video.
sounds like you were.
No, it doesn't, because
So,
you were not
if
here
you
and
have
you're
an
defaming
issue,
me. If you continue
take
to
your
defame me, I will
Oh,
file suit
I'm
against
not
you.
defaming you. You go ahead and file
Also,
your
another
lawsuit.
thing.
I'm not scared.
Okay, I'm not expecting you folks to be
Okay.
scared. Camera's not supposed to scare you unless you're doing something wrong.
Well, that's not up to you to decide who it scares, is it?
If there was a pictorial definition of condescending, I think this would be it.
Okay, kids, we're going to learn 4-syllable words today. Condescension. Our next word has 3 syllables. Arrogant.
Okay, it's my right. I won't
not
have
your
you
right
trample on my right. It is.
Okay.
I could record public employees in the
You
official
are
course
not
of their
allowed
duties.
to record public employees in the course of our official duties.
Section 9B also specifies copies of all notices of denials shall be retained by each public body in a single central office file that is open to the public and indexed according to the type of exemptions. I need to go into that office and
Yes,
see these.
that book is right over there. We
Sure,
have
let's
that
walk
book
over
here,
there.
if that's what you really want to look for.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
That's one of the
Is
things
it
as
really
well.
what you're looking for? Or is that you're just trying to find things that we don't have?
No, well, that's an additional thing that I am looking to
Okay.
inspect
So
because
you're
it is
looking for
open
things
for
that you
mem-
could try to sue us for. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
No,
I'll show you.
that's your words, ma'am, not my
Okay.
words. Then she just called me a jackass. So you just defamed me again. You called me a jackass. No, ma'am. This is not it. Those are
Those are the books of the exemptions. That's exactly what you're
no.
referring to.
Those are exempt pins. This
Yeah,
is,
those are exempt
No,
pins.
this is referring to exempt FOIAs. Exempt
What are you talking
FOIAs,
about?
ma'am.
Exempt FOIAs. What are you talking about?
I'll show you the statute.
I know the statute, but
No, you
you're not
don't.
making any sense.
Of course I am.
Oh, of course you are, because you think you are.
1 second, ma'am. Here it is.
Let's see.
You're very rude and hostile, ma'am. I'll take
Well,
my
so
paperwork
are
back.
you.
I have it underlined.
I will meet your energy if you come in here and do that to my staff. Turn that off right now. I'm calling the sheriff. Turn it off right now.
I'm able to record.
Or I'm not speaking to you anymore until you turn that off.
No, I'm not going to let you violate my right. I'm calm.
We have
and
notices
collective.
that are posted.
There's
We
no
are
statute.
allowed to turn people away for posting videos.
I asked for your superior now.
I am the superior.
You have a superior as well.
I have one superior. You need to take your video and you need to leave now, or I'm calling the sheriff, and that's about as simple
They'll
as that.
inform you I have the right to record in here.
You do not have the right to record
Oh,
in
yes,
here.
I do.
No, you don't. Can we please call the sheriff? Do you know how we can do that right away and have him removed? Thank you very much.
And you will be held accountable for trying to violate my right.
Rights too.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
$1.9 trillion of relief so far.
Legal rights too. And they do not include allowing you to come here and take
Guys,
video
this
of
is
our
the
staff.
representatives of Cook County. Unlawful directives threatening my life right now. Yeah, I'll be waiting for the additional FOIA form, sir. FOIA officer, you see how she responded when I'm simply exercising my right? She lied about me. Thing about what you provided, those FOIA requests does not have a description of the actual requester's request. Should I submit those words for my additional request that I'm actually want copies of the request?
What is it in there?
Because check it out, my man. Here, there's no. It just says if you release the info to the party, but it does not have the description of what the request is.
Someone call?
Yes, he's been taking video of our staff against our wishes and against our notice in violation of our rights.
Can you explain to her that I have the right to record in here?
I don't know what you just. I know when he comes into our offices and our clerks, he's got the right to video record. He could stand there and record us all day.
Notices that we don't accept it. So
proprietary information.
There's no statutes on that. I have the right. I'm pressing charges of breach of peace. She just committed breach of peace. She called the police over here. I'm pressing charges against this employee. Give me a few.
You don't have to tell me.
Give me a few minutes. Let me finish filing my FOIA request. My man, on your body cam, I simply asked her to guide me to these records where I have a right to see them. She was confused. She told me she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She started shuffling and throwing my papers around, telling me I don't have the right to record in our tax assessor's office. In a FOIA, especially accountability and transparency, she threatened me with police. She's very nasty and hostile. I like to press charges for breach
You
of
can't do
peace.
anything you want to do over there. Let's just try to get this and out.
Right. Here's what I'm here for, my man. Check it out. I'm pressing charges on this, whoever that is. This is what I'm here for.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's all. As long as you convey to the young lady, you honor your oath that members of the public do have a right to record in here. There's no statute on that sign.
no, there's case law on it that protects us. Turn
No,
off the
there's
video.
the United States
Can you
Constitution.
please have him turn the video off?
No.
We have a legal basis.
Wait a minute. If I
We're
had him
not
turn the
rejecting
video off, he could sue me too. Because I can't make him do it over there at the Daily Center unless he films inside a courtroom. In a courtroom only.
Look at these
He's
people
got the
here.
right to videotape. But he's right at your counter. He's not behind there. If he was behind there, filming behind there, I would do something.
My man.
He is right here.
My man. That's what I like. You're honoring your oath today.
No, I just know what the law is.
Right. That is the law.
And I don't want to violate your law, and then I'm going to get sued.
appreciate that. I
I'll be in
appreciate
federal
that.
court.
I'm a professional. I'm always calm. She defamed me. She lied about me. I'm pressing charges for
I
a
know
breach
it.
of peace.
I don't want to hear all that. Just try to get this done.
No, I have additional records that you're failing to view. Instead, you're trying to intimidate me with sheriffs. She did not look at what it is. Yeah. Okay, here's the FOIA officer, sir. These records are what I need to see as of right now.
You can put
Copies.
that in written request and we'll respond to it in time.
It doesn't require a request, though.
You need to put it in a request for us.
I'll put it in a request.
FOIA requests do not have to be on paper. They can be verbal. So that is horseshit. So yeah, let's make sure we get that on get that memorized. FOIA requests can be verbal. A lot of times these people will say, you got to put it in the FOIA paperwork and send it in, which is not true.
All right. So here's section 4 does not require a request. Each public body shall prominently display at each of its administrative or regional offices, make available for inspection and copy, and send through the mail each of the following: a brief description of itself. We are the tax assessors of Cook County.
I believe that's on the website.
No, it's required to be at the public body as well. So since it does say make available, I'll wait here momentarily while you make those available.
It's not going to happen.
It's not
We're
all
not
right.
gonna be able to do that today. We can do it if that's something.
That means it's a refusal. I'll go ahead and file my FOIA here. Give me a few minutes and I'll be all set. I'll mark off that you guys don't have these records prominently displayed. You guys folks are also refusing to make them available as well.
You can write whatever
You guys
want.
just understood now that members of the public do have a right to record in here. There's no statutes on that. You could put up a sign up there and say anything.
Let's move this along.
All right. Could you tell me what this employee's name so I could properly submit my FOIA request? I'm verbally telling you that I'm requesting her personnel file, signed and dated oath of office, and any records having her bar association number on it.
Put that down right.
You can put that in your
What is your
records. My
name?
name's Christina Lynch.
Christina Lynch.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I need an additional form for that one, because I'll put it in a separate page.
Okay.
Yeah, if I could have another additional one.
Sure. Let's work on that one.
Alrighty. These employees here are belligerent, combative, defamatory statements. They just lost my public trust, Christina Lynch.
Okay. All right, that's all I'm making sure.
You know, maybe over 100,000 people are going to see your conduct.
We do this all the time with him at the Daily.
We maintain sensitive information. It's confidential.
But he's not doing that. He's not going behind the counter. He's right there.
But we also have the right to say we don't want people to be our staff, especially.
That's where I think you're wrong at. Federal law doesn't say that.
Thank you, Sheriff, for honoring your oath today. God bless you. Against these tyrants.
I know, he could stand there right at the Daily Center and film me all day. As long as he's not filming anything. No, it's not acceptable to me, it's the law. Okay, I guess you know better than me.
I'm the legal director here.
Imagine that,
Well,
how
then maybe you better
embarrassing.
check up on it, man, 'cause I think you're
We already
100%
have.
wrong.
I mean, it's not like we didn't do the work already. And do the
So now she over there crying and upset because she called the sheriff and the sheriff told her, yo, that's the law. You want me to violate my oath so you can be comfortable? Hell no, I ain't doing that. Because I'm not trying to get sued in no federal court. Interesting stuff. That's the first time I've ever seen. Yo, shout out to that sheriff. That sheriff needs to be promoted. That mofo needs to be the head sheriff of the county. You know what I'm saying? Respect on that dude's name. You'll put some respect on that sheriff's name. Shine his badge off. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you respect his authority when he walk around town, because that mofo know what he's doing. You know, that's what it is. Now we always say sheriffs are supposed to be constitutional enforcers, but how many people got their rights violated by sheriffs? You know what I'm saying? If sheriffs upholding codes and statutes, not upholding constitution. It's a great thing to see it, man. So shout out to that dude. That's fire. Dramatic full-length movie, expand your consciousness. This video combines legal law, vibration, etc. in a grand way. Is that on YouTube? Nothing new here. Typical behavior when things go unchecked. Yeah, I'm actually starting to see a auditor called Good Citizen that's actually from here who is doing audits in Maryland. There's two different auditors here, man. There's one called Good Citizen. He does the dirty work. My man goes to Baltimore City to audit. Woo! Sheesh. Thick magic out of there, man. The magic is thick down there. The magic of ignorance is thick. He goes out of Arundel County. I seen him. I think he was in Glen Burnie one time. Seen him out there. And then there's another auditor too. He was actually on this channel. What is his name? His name's a little more complex. But he actually does audits here, but he's out like close to, I think, Bowie or something like that. He's a little further away from here, but yeah, auditors are really starting to be out here in Maryland, man. That's good stuff. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the trailblazers of enforcing rights and making sure people realize nothing trumps the Constitution. The Constitution is supreme, and that's what it is. So shout out to auditors. Nicole, what's good? Good to see you here. No man, the auditor goes by the name Audit Them. Yes, his name is Audit Them. That was in the beginning. That dude looked like a bouncer. I bet you that woman isn't married. Yeah, probably never was or divorced or something like that. She seemed really, really spiteful. Man. He said, nope, no ring. The old Biden burns were funny at first. Now it's just making fun of your grandma with dementia. Sad. This is hilarious. At least that sheriff's a real one. Exactly. She said, you don't have the right to record in here. Well, here's the thing. I do. All right. Oh, my sign says you don't. Well, yeah, his thing. Fuck your sign. All right. Your sign means nothing. Your sign means dick when it comes to the Constitution. It don't mean nothing. Get out of here. When they audit magical pieces of paper. bureaucratic tyrants. It's just like the spell of ignorance has gone on too long, man. It really has, man. It's gone on too long. That sheriff acted as a peace officer. Yep. I say a constitutional enforcer in so many words. We also have angry vet and angry vet and auditing Annapolis. Oh, really? You write that down. I'm gonna go subscribe to them too. Any auditors here, I'm subscribing, man. 100%. We gotta support those guys. I'm just gonna go subscribe to them right now. I ain't gonna write them down. Or show some support for the auditors out here, man. Yeah, I'm already subbed to auditing Annapolis, or Annapolis audit rather. I think that's what you meant. You must have meant Annapolis audit. But yeah, I'm already subbed to that guy. Angry vet, you said? Okay, yeah, I see this guy here, 4.7. Yeah, I'm subbed to him now too. So yeah, they doing the dirty work, man, because Maryland is sheesh. The ignorance is thick out here. I believe audit the entire Constitution. I stand on due process. I believe I audit the entire Constitution. I stand on due process. Hold on. So, are you saying that you audit too, Frog Dog? You auditor? Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. You'll be surprised how many public servants will back you. Had a city prosecutor try to back me into a RT2 case. The court went behind his back. He was in the process of dismissing the case. Oh, okay. Public servants will back you? Really? Right to travel case? They try to jerk you over on the right to travel, man. They really be trying to get over on you, man. It's sovereign citizen shit out of here. Like, the problem with that, man, is they call anybody who's trying to stand on their rights and call them out on that bullshit a sovereign citizen. They don't give a shit what you're talking about. Hope I didn't realize him. Yes, indeed. Maryland born and raised. Where do you think that sheriff learned about that man's rights from the auditor? He already knew the guy. Well, 5 years ago, that sheriff probably arrested the guy. That's facts. That's 100% true. He said, "Joe, I can't make him stop recording when he's down at the courthouse. The only time I can make him stop recording is if he's filming inside the courtrooms. But if he's not filming inside the courtrooms, it's a public area. There's nothing I can do." There are so many auditors, you can't sub them all. Shit, watch me try to sub all of them, man. He just got arrested here in Calvert County. Which one got arrested? Shit, they don't take nothing. You get arrested for any damn thing. You can get arrested for looking like somebody that did something wrong. You don't even got to do shit. Anybody can get goddamn arrested. Shit. They arrest people all the time on some bullshit, false arrest. That shit all the damn time. James Freeman, honor your artist, Direct D, Johnny 50. Yeah, I think I'm honor your oath artists. I think I'm subbed to those guys already. I know Direct D and Johnny 50 I am. James Freeman as well. If they try to book you, apparently it's consensual. I've not dealt with that in many years, but close your eyes if they try to photo you or charge them. Ah. Interesting. Or charge them. Man, say close your eyes. No, I'm a Floridian national starting a civil suit for slander. I'm no South North. What? I'm no SC. Jesus, I almost had a seizure reading that shit. Dude got arrested for resisting. I think I did see that he got arrested for resisting arrest. That's the most bad. That's how you can tell they don't know what they're doing when they say some shit like that. Like, you don't know what you're doing and you about to get yourself in trouble, bro. I watch all of them, killer. Yeah, audits a fire man, Annapolis audit because he was auditing the health department. What? He got arrested for ordering the health department, huh? What happened? He was in a lobby? That's crazy. Yeah, that's easy money though. Matter of fact, speaking of which, let's talk about that guy who does audits and who has been arrested multiple times and trespassed from public property. And let's see what he did afterwards. I can find the damn video. Here we go again with the videos. I'm gonna have to find the damn video. Hold on. Here we go. Why is that not showing up? Here we go. All right, so check this out. For those of you who are familiar, this guy's called the Batusai. He's got 264,000 views. This video has 1.5 million views. This motherfucker is he's got 1.5 million views. And it said 3 years ago he put this video up. This man's doing numbers. Now check this out. This is what happens when people fuck with the Batusai.
I'm Detective Esquivel, San Antonio Police. I see you have a camera and a phone. Just out videotaping, photographing today? Hello? Do you speak, sir?
Based on your suspicious activity, we're going to go ahead and ID you. If you have no warrants or anything like that, we're going to go ahead and wish you a good day, and we're going to be on our way.
Am I under arrest?
No, you're not under arrest, but you are being detained. There's no two ways about it.
All right, well, if I'm being detained, y'all can go ahead and do your investigation, but I'm just going to stay here and
that's fine.
Exercise my Fifth Amendment right. Just stay here, and if I'm not doing anything wrong, then there's a reason for y'all to be here.
We're going to go ahead and ID you one way or the other. It's up to you.
What do you mean one way or the other?
Pardon me?
What do you mean one way or the other?
One way or the other. If we have to take you downtown and fingerprint you, we'll do that. You're being detained for investigative purposes right now. Believe me, I know the law better than you. So you can film all you want. You can set it up however you want. We're going to ID you. But until we do that, you're not free to go.
Texas is not a stop and ID state, is it?
Guys, go ahead and frisk this gentleman. Make sure that he doesn't have any weapons on him.
I have no weapons, and I do not consent to searches.
Frisk him, like I said. Make sure he has no weapons on him.
I don't consent to searches.
He can either provide us his information willingly, or we can do it through the ID section downtown.
A few moments later.
Okay. Have we got anything? Okay. Sir. All right. I just want to ask you one more time. Your name and your date of birth. Will you please give us that? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to document this entire stop in a report. It's also documented on our digital mobile audio video. I'm quite aware that you have it documented on your personal camera. We're going to write a report. We're happy to give you the case number. If you'd like to buy a copy of the report, it'll be available to you at any police facility or online for that matter. We're then going to release you from the scene. You're not going to cooperate with us. We're going to have to put you down on our report as unknown or John Doe, whatever you choose, whatever you prefer. And from there, you'll be cut loose.
Now peep it out what this man said when they was asking him questions. You see my man's mouth not moving? That is the Fifth Amendment.
Much later.
Sir, do you understand English? Do you understand English? Because I can certainly call someone out if you speak sign.
How's it going, man? You got your ID with you? You got any ID, sir? Sir, do you have any ID? Yes, no, maybe? Do you have any ID, sir?
Am I being detained?
For investigation. Everything's going on in this world, especially involving law enforcement. You're walking around law enforcement facility with a video camera. We like to know who's surrounding our complexes. Do you have any ID? Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer R. Reynolds, ID 3825. Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
What's your name and badge number?
2586.
Thank you.
Are you refusing to ID yourself, sir?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
For what crime?
I didn't say you committed a crime, but I have the legal right to detain you for further investigation, depending on the outcome of what's going on. You're walking around a law enforcement facility very suspiciously with a video camera. In light of what's going on, we have the right and authority to know who's walking around our facilities.
That's incorrect.
Okay, do you have your ID? Are you refusing to ID yourself? Yes or no?
What happens if I don't ID myself?
No? Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay. But you have to tell me what happens if I don't ID myself.
No, I don't. Okay. I'm not required to tell you that. Are you, yes or no? Are you refusing to ID yourself or not?
Once again, what crime have I committed?
I've already explained that to you. I don't need to explain it to you again. Are you or are you not going to identify yourself?
Are you familiar with Texas Penal Code 38.02?
Answer my question. I get to answer the questions here. It's my investigation, not yours.
I'm not going to ID myself.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Wait, what are you doing?
Let go. What are you doing? Put your hands behind your back.
One eternity later.
Ouch. Cowboy bullshit.
Just to let you know real quick, and I'll be more than glad to walk with you if you're walking away. The folks from this building are concerned. They've received some threats recently, and they've notified the police department. You don't have to speak, but I'm just letting you know that these folks are concerned, and they've notified the police. And if you're going to stand out here, that's okay here on a public sidewalk, but it's just my job to notify you that your activities have caused some concern inside, to the point to where they've notified the local police department to come out here and talk to you, or at least just investigate to see if you're a local journalist or a student from across the street. And that's mainly the reason I'm here. Any reason why you're not speaking?
Anything we can help you with, sir?
No, I'm completely fine.
Okay. I don't mind you film. Just keep your distance from us, okay? We're doing an investigation. All right?
That's fine. I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to say anything.
Let's go ahead and stay behind that yellow line right there. Sound good? No, behind the yellow line.
What's that?
Just do me a favor and stand behind this yellow line right here.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, I'm giving a safe distance for our investigation.
Like I said, I'm not going to interfere with your investigation. I'm not going to say anything.
Comply with my order and stand behind the yellow line. Feel free to film as much as you want, but I'm just giving you a position. If you refuse to do that, I'm going to put you into custody. This is your last chance. I just want you to stand behind the yellow line. That's the point in which I feel safe.
This is ridiculous.
You're literally 6 inches from it, and you're just disregarding me to spite me.
I just feel like you're picking on me because I'm filming, man.
I don't care if you film. I already said that multiple times.
I'm about a good 25 feet from where you are.
I don't care, man. Is there a reason why you won't comply with my order?
Because it's unreasonable.
Okay. Here's the thing. If you step one more foot closer to me, I'm going to take that as a threat. You understand?
Take what is a threat? Because I step a foot closer to you?
Any closer to me. So I'll give you a 1 foot leniency. I'll work with you. But that's it, okay?
Well, if you feel threatened, I will go back over there. Yeah.
I already gave you my order.
Any reason why you don't talk, or you don't want to talk? Is there any particular reason, sir? Pretty warm out here. Do you live around here?
Are you an attorney? Or are you a judge?
I don't have to be one to know my rights.
You don't know your rights.
I do.
I'm explaining them to you. I just gave you the information that you needed. I'm the supervisor. I'm in charge. I know who all these people are. I've given you all the information that you need. That's all you need to know. So you're going to give it to me now? I gave you what you need to know.
I got your information, sir. I'm asking for their information. That's all I'm asking.
Their information is tied to mine. Okay. That's all you need to know.
You have any other questions?
Just wondering why y'all have all of around my police department.
It doesn't really matter.
We've got plenty more people.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Is
do.
there any other questions that we can answer for you?
I don't know. Y'all violated my rights
Yes
so
or no?
far, so
Yes or no? We have-
I don't think I'm subject to you guys
Give
right
you some
now.
advice. If you feel like I violated your rights, go file a lawsuit. All right.
Much later.
Damn.
Do you go to school across the street at UTSA? You a student? Hello?
The reason why I was trying to pull you up was, I mean, you flew right by me. Okay. Right? And, I mean, you're going pretty fast back there.
All right.
Are you in an emergency or something?
I apologize, sir. I didn't mean to.
I mean, like I said, like, to me, I feel like, you know, people get tickets for that all the time. And, I mean, like, are you in, like, an emergency or something like that?
I apologize, sir.
You apologize? Sure. What's your name and badge number?
I don't have it on me.
You know, it's crazy to me if you look at this guy, just the way he looks, and you were to, you know, just see him on the street every day. He looked like the everyday, you know, black anime nerd kind of dude. But this dude's got balls of steel. A lot of those dudes that claim to be hard would never do no shit like this. And this is why I respect this guy, man.
Have it?
No, sir.
You don't have a name, badge
I
number?
don't have it on me, sir. All right.
You don't
I
have,
apologize.
you don't have a badge number or anything?
I do.
Okay. What's your badge number?
My badge number is 14055.
14055.
Yes, sir.
And your last name?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo?
Yes, sir.
You have a business card?
No, sir. I don't have anything on.
All right. You mind if I get a picture of your license plate?
Go ahead.
Yo, just imagine if we had a whole entire community of guys like him. Not even just guys, women too, standing on business. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if we had a whole state full of people like that. Just imagine how much better the state would be. How much better and more free the state would be if we had a state of people just like that. Holding people accountable.
I apologize. I know I was speeding. All right. You gotta get going. All right. We're on the side of the interstate. Kind of a bad spot.
All right. I mean, if you give me a business card, I'll be done.
I don't have a business card on me, sir. I don't have one on me. If I have one, I'll give it to you.
So you're sergeant, corporal, deputy, or?
I don't have it on me.
Are you a sergeant, corporal, deputy, trooper? Trooper?
Sir.
Not a supervisor or anything?
No, sir. All right.
I mean, but you can't understand my situation,
I
though,
understand.
right?
That's why I took you. And I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. There's no excuse. I got no excuse.
All right. And one more.
Now, to his credit, I will give the police officer a lot of credit for apologizing when he was wrong. 100% I give him credit because you don't get that. Most people will not, and it's not even just police. Most people, for some reason, will not apologize when they're wrong. It's a really weird character flaw society suffers from. But most people will not admit or apologize when they're incorrect or wrong about something.
One more time. Your name was Sergeant.
Not
Trooper
Ronaldo.
Trooper Bernardo.
Yes, sir.
Bernardo.
Ronaldo.
Bernardo. Yes, sir. You might spell that for me, please.
GRANADO.
GRANDO. Okay. And badge number one more time.
14055.
14055.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Am I slowing down for me?
Look, sir, I don't mind getting videotaped, and you're probably going to use your battery up, and I don't mind it one bit. But I will tell you that at the point that an individual complains because of your activity, it's the local police department's responsibility to come out here and investigate. Okay? And that's the reason, the sole reason I'm here.
Hey, what are you doing?
What's that?
What are you doing?
Taking pictures.
For what? You ain't supposed to be recording that. Because it's a secure location. That's why. What are you recording?
In front of the station.
There's
Sorry.
nothing to record there, bro. Okay, you put that camera away. I'm just gonna do what? Put that shit away. Cool. Have a good day.
A few moments later.
Hey, did you have something to say to me earlier?
What's up, dude?
You had something to say to me earlier over
What's
there?
up, dude? What are you doing?
Filming.
Nah, you ain't filming. What are you doing?
What does
Don't
it look
fuck with
like?
me. What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Don't fuck with me.
What's
Don't nobody just come and film a fucking military installation for nothing. Don't
It's
play
for purposes.
What's purposes?
Making a story.
What story?
It's a story.
You know there's a right way to go about making a story.
And how's that?
This
Tell
ain't
me.
it.
How's
you
that?
know this shit ain't it.
Tell me how it is.
What's your story?
Tell me how to make one.
What's your story?
You tell me how to make one. Tell me how to make
Fucking
one.
getting proper authorization. That's for one. So you don't
From
have
who?
motherfuckers doing all
From
this
who?
shit. From everybody. How about that? How about asking and finding out from who?
Who's everybody?
You know who everybody is.
I gotta ask you. Is that what you're saying? You
wanna
authorize?
I'm pretty fucking.
Where's your
confident.
credentials at?
Right here. You want to see him? You want to see him? Huh?
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be all ballsy now because you just talk some shit to some police and shit.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, say I'm waiting. Hilarious.
What? They please go on. It's just me and you right here now. So if you have anything you want to say, you can go ahead and say it now.
Just throw fucking cameras away. Look at you trying to record and shit.
Well, you got your phone in your hand too.
Don't fuck with me.
Your camera's recording too.
Don't fuck with me.
Look at that. It's recording too. That's very hypocritical of you, though. You know that, right? It's very ironic.
Look at that. Does that look like it's fucking recording? It's not fucking hypocritical.
It doesn't matter. Look at it. It's recording. All right, you got your camera out. Don't matter. All right. You have a good day. I'm going to continue my story. Until you tell me how to make a story, I'm just going to do it my way.
I'm not here to take up your time. I'm not here to be an inconvenience to whatever you may be doing. I'm just trying to find out and investigate as to, something I can relay back to them. Is there anything in particular that you would like for me to relay to the local FBI office as far as their complaint?
Killer
about
Cuddle
you
said the
being
guy
out here,
with
or
the
they're
red shirt would
suspicious
100%
about
have been
you
a
being out
Nazi.
here.
Hell yeah, bro. A lot of these mofos would have been Nazis, man, just so they could
Nothing
be
at
on the
all?
winning side.
Real quick, what I'm going to need, though, and I'm going to explain to you that you're going to see a lot of fail ID. I'm going to need your information, sir.
What's that?
I said, real quick, I'm going to need your information. I'm going to need some kind of name, date of birth.
And I'm being detained for?
Yes. I'm being detained for suspicious activity.
That's not a crime, sir.
Okay, yes, it is.
It's
It's not a crime, but it's our job to determine if there's a crime or not.
You have to have reasonable suspicion. You have to be reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting for that
Law
crime.
school, let me ask you this.
I'm still waiting for the crime.
Did you not know that I have that authority to detain you?
You can detain me. Yes, you can. Yes.
Thank you. You're being detained. Here's the deal, boss. So,
20 minutes later.
real quick, at this time, you got your camera on. Everybody got a camera on.
I'm gonna wait because you completely falsified that, and I really hope you put that in your report because that's gonna be a felony.
Yeah, real quick. At this time, I'm going to have to ask you for your name and date of birth, sir. And
This has to be a lawful detainment.
I do want to explain to you that if you refuse or give me a false or fictitious name, it's going to be a crime.
Like I said, you have to have reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed, and you do not have that. Okay.
At this point in time, can you tell me your name and date of birth?
Like I said, you should be familiar with Texas Penal Code 3802, and under that, I'm going to abide by that, which means I do not have to identify because you have not lawfully detained me. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just telling you how it is, and if you're gonna make up that story, I have to document it. Okay.
A few moments later.
Here's why I owe you the apology. You're right. You don't have to get. You can refuse to give me your name. It's not failed ID unless you committed a crime. If I suspect any of a crime, you'd have been.
How long you been an officer?
25 years.
25 years, and you made that mistake?
I wish I walked on water. I'm not perfect. I don't think you are either, are you?
And that's crazy. Like, they try to drop the humility shit when, you know what I'm saying? I think this guy knew that. He was counting on him not knowing it, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I don't walk on water. Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy.
Hey, that's 101 right there.
Amen, buddy. God loves me, though. That's the good news. Have a great day, sir. You released.
Nothing at all? like I said, sir, you're just going to use up your battery videotaping us. I mean, if you're in a school project or you're doing something related to your career or your studies, we completely understand. But we're here to investigate as to what your activities are out here. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I was also notified. They called me. Apparently, they've received some threats here recently, some bomb threats, and folks have been shooting at the building.
A PIO officer, public information officer.
No, not.
Are you recording right now?
Yes, I am.
Why?
I'm doing the story.
Well,
But just real quick, y'all have one, or if y'all don't have one, then I'll find another way to.
I don't have the information.
you can't record me. You can't record it.
All right.
And these are soldiers saying this, you can't record. Oh man.
As soon as I'm done, I'm heading out. So y'all don't have one here?
No, we have one on main base. If
Main
you
base?
go over there to like you know where Military Drive is at.
Mhm.
You can go in there and go into the visitor center and ask them can they get in touch with PA, and then they can give you a number, and then that's how you can so you won't be in all this mess right here.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Excuse me, let me talk to you real quick.
What for?
Because I asked to talk to you.
You're asking me?
Yes.
Well, I'm declining your request.
Okay. So what you want to do is relinquish your ID card because post-essentially police officer asks you for information. You have to require it.
You're a
You
police
have to.
officer?
Yes.
Where's your badge number?
That's my badge right there.
The gun? Well, let's not grab that, okay?
Did I reach for it?
You
Can I see
pointed
ID
to it.
card? Can I see your ID card?
Are you
Can I?
serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
I was asking
I'm not
for a
playing-
public
I'm
information
not-
officer, and you're
I don't
coming
like
at
your
me like
I don't like
this.
your attitude. I don't like your attitude. I asked for your ID card. I'm being
You can
polite.
ask for it, but it's not a request. It's a request, right?
No, it's not. I'm actually telling you.
So you're telling
So
me.
I'm being polite. I'm being polite.
What if I don't give it to you?
Okay. Call SPD up here.
They're already en route.
Okay. So you want to go that route, or you want to hand me your ID card?
Or wait till the police get here.
Okay.
Are y'all detaining me here?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey yo. You see how authoritarian this dude is? I don't like your attitude. I'm asking for your ID card. I don't give a fuck what you like, boy. I don't care what you like.
Well,
You have a seat?
no, I'll stand.
Okay. You're just looking for a seat, but now that I see you have a seat, you don't want to sit down. That's okay.
You have a good day.
Yeah, better.
I always have better days.
What's going on?
I just went in there and asked for a PIO officer.
What?
Public information officer. And she told me to go down Military Drive, and there's a person I need to ask over there. So that's actually where I was heading before this guy come out talking about, what are you doing? What are you filming? And I said, I'm doing a story. So I already talked to the officer that was around that corner already.
Okay.
He said there was no problem with what I was doing.
But the officer also told us that you were recording aircraft.
Yeah, it's part of my story.
Okay, but why are you going into?
I just told you I went in there to ask for a PIO officer or a public information officer.
Okay, and then you're still recording and doing.
And
all
I'm leaving, but you guys are preventing me from
I'm
leaving.
not preventing you from leaving.
This person has been out here, from what I understand, been walking up and down the sidewalk, videotaping the building. What do you say he's doing? He's not speaking, so I'm trying to figure out whether he's someone to help him either sign or.
Anything I could help you with, bro?
How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Sir, you can videotape all you want, but you're just going to use up your battery on us. We're here. These folks are concerned. They've called us to come out and at least investigate as to what your reason, your purpose is. Whatever your purpose is, just state it, and we'll be more than glad to report that back to them.
Anything I could help you with? Can I help you?
Nope, I'm good. Just taking pictures and filming. That's it.
Is there a reason why? Out of curiosity? I'm Detective Velasquez, by the way, San Antonio Police Department.
Nice to meet you. How's your name? Velasquez?
Uh-huh.
All right, nice to meet you.
How about you? What's your name?
I'd rather not give that, to be honest.
Rather not?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask why it is that you're taking pictures of this place?
Do I need a reason? I mean, it's just public sidewalk, public view. Just taking pictures. And
yeah,
they say,
there's also a secure facility.
right. And I'm standing outside the gate, so I'm not, I'm not gonna go on that property or anything like that.
Any reason why you don't want to give your ID?
I don't have to. State law.
Okay. But I mean, why don't you want to? Are you hiding something?
No. Why would I need to hide something? You think I'm hiding something?
Are you?
Would you let me see your ID?
Sure, I'll show you my ID if you show me yours.
You let me search your car?
Do you have a car for me to search?
I mean, you got something to hide?
No, I got nothing to hide.
But you won't let me search your car?
No, that's against policy, man. You want me to get fired from my job for letting you search my car?
And like I said, it's against the state law. I don't have to give it to you. But like
Well,
I said,
I'm not going to get into semantics and back and forth with you here. But, I really would appreciate you letting me see your ID and find out why it is that you're recording out here.
I'd just rather continue filming, and I'll just decline your request.
There's no ID?
No.
That's fine. That's good. We're good. I'm good.
Yo, he ain't want to let that go. Guy with the glasses ain't want to let that go, man. You see his face? He like, damn, ain't nothing we can do to get this man's ID up out his pocket. No, it ain't nothing you can do.
Okay. Thanks, bud.
Anything at all?
What is the purpose? What is your purpose of videotaping federal property?
What is my purpose?
Yes.
Do I need a purpose?
Oh, indeed.
Really?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Let's step over here. Okay.
Why? I'm perfectly fine on the sidewalk.
Do you have a picture ID, sir?
What's that?
Do you have an ID?
For?
But actually, we always ask for identification when you are videotaping. You are allowed, but we do ask for information.
Yeah, federal protective services will be here right now.
Yeah, or if you want to wait, they'll be glad to assist you in just a moment. Okay.
All right. And what's your name? T. Anderson? And Blanquist? Okay.
Okay, Federal Protective Services, federal agent will be here to speak to you. Okay, there are very strict guidelines on recording federal property.
But yo, the thing about it is, anything you can see from a public point of view is actually perfectly okay to be recorded. If it is a fact that if somebody is in their house and they don't want to be recorded, they can tell you to leave or not to record if you're in their house. But if you're standing in the public sidewalk and you can see they got their windows open and they're reading a book and you're filming them recording from the outside, it 100% is the clear view doctrine. So you can record them. That's the First Amendment. If they don't want to be recorded, they could always close their blinds and create that privacy.
Few moments later.
Name's John.
Philip.
So what's going on out here?
Man, I'm just doing some filming, and the guys came up to me, just like, you can't film, what's your purpose? And I'm like, do I actually need a purpose to film out in public? But
No, you guys are more than welcome to. As you know, we always just are curious as to why people are filming with all the.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can acquire and everything like that. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. We're not requesting or saying you have to give anything. We just want to know what's going on.
I appreciate that.
Protection of everybody around.
Just a quick question, man. How much does that vest weigh? It looks pretty heavy.
Probably about 40 pounds.
Oh, man. I don't know if I could do that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, over there is the walk of shame.
Yo, it's the best thing watching them take that walk after they say some goofy shit and they get proved to be wrong and they got to walk with their head down. It's fantastic.
Sir, do you speak? Do you sign? I mean, we can help you out, man. We're just trying to figure out so we can relay some information back upstairs to the folks here at the FBI building. At least just to give them a little peace of mind. Been out here a while? It's a little warm, isn't it? feel free to walk around.
All right, so I think we can nip it there. So my man definitely gets busy, as you can see. That when they violate his rights, they get sued, and then they end up settling privately. He does use a lawyer. He doesn't do it by himself. I was looking at the comment section. My man Jared Thorough said, just use AI to write up a lawsuit for you in federal court. 100%, 1,000%. I agree with that. Now, listen, I wasn't on the AI wave until recently. I started to mess with the AI, just giving it a chance to see what it can do. And I will say, it is pretty impressive. Just don't be using the goofy shit like say hi. My favorite color is blues type. Nah, you'll use it for what it's intended to be using it for. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be fine. But as far as giving it too much information or anything like that, just be very careful with doing stuff like that. They've got AI apps. People sit around and talk to AI apps all day. You know what I'm saying? AI app will text them back randomly. They feel like they got a friend. They just start telling the app all of this stuff about themselves. Let's not get to that point. But I don't think I got to tell none of y'all that, fortunately, because we're of a certain level of intelligence here. But yeah. All right, let's we'll cover that next time. Let's talk about this right here. Let me get you guys' opinion on this. And this is when people try to get in their community and actually try to make a difference when the government's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, the local government, or it could even be the federal government's not doing what they should be doing. People trying to do it themselves. Oh, y'all can't see the video? That's crazy. I thought the video was, that's crazy. Hold on. I'm over here thinking y'all watching the video. Hold up. Floyd just hit me up saying ain't nothing on the screen. Hold on. Let me play it back. Hold up. I'm sitting here thinking y'all watching the video. All right, here we go. Let's start it over.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Fed up with potholes throughout their city, Compton residents started fixing the problem themselves. Now they're being ordered by the city to stop.
We were expecting more of a thank you. You know, got instead of what? We got a cease and desist letter.
What Daisy and Alex De La Rose are calling the letter they got from the city of Compton asking them to stop doing this. Filling in potholes in their neighborhood. The couple has been raising money to fix what many city residents are complaining about. They just issued a cease and desist on these people who were fixing the potholes. What do you think?
I think that's awful.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, nothing too crazy. We're just fixing up the community, Oh, really? Is that? Excuse me, sir. Can I help you? Yeah, we have a lot of issues over here. Can you help us? Hey, don't bother me with robbery and homelessness. I've got more pressing issues to handle. Stop. Fucking insane. That's fucking insane. And the reason why, right, they're sending them a cease and desist letter is because they don't have a permit. They didn't go through the city to get a permit. Right? You have to be a business to go through the city to get a permit. Y'all have permits and y'all not doing it. So when I do it, as a citizen of the community, I get in trouble? Huh? I'm a firm believer that some rules are just made to be broken, bro. I'm sorry. Some rules are just made to be broken. As long as I'm not getting like super duper duper trouble, some rules are just made to be broken. This is one of them. Because this doesn't make no sense. This rule doesn't make any sense. I can't fix up my own community? Why not? Does it have to do with money? And on top of all that, this just further reminds me that some of these bureaucrats don't need to be leaders. At all. Y'all don't know how to read the room. Let me tell you, if I was in that position, let me tell you what I would do. Let me tell you exactly what I would do. I would see this gaining traction, right? Wow, people in the community are fixing up their communities. I wouldn't lay down the law. I would go in there and I would say, hey, how can we assist you? That's obvious. If I lay down the law, people are going to push back. So stupid. These motherfuckers don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, my man has a great point. Like, again, the whole permit thing, bro, it's all horse shit. They're basically trying to regulate commerce, but the conflict of interest is when the city is suffering or the community is suffering, it's always up to the people to try to make their community better. You can look what happened up in Massachusetts with the dudes who are the armed black dudes who decided to walk around their neighborhoods with arms. They are AR-15s. They all had licenses and permits, of course, but they're walking around open carrying AR-15s all around their neighborhoods just to lower the crime. And it turns out, as it seems, crime actually took a nosedive when these dudes started to walk around armed. Okay, it is always up to the people to better their communities. So these people in Cali, Los Angeles to be exact, decide to go fix the potholes, and the city's like, hey, you don't have a permit for that. Translation: y'all are out there doing work, and we not getting a piece of the pie. That's what it comes down to. That's what it all comes down to. Y'all out there doing work and we not getting no money off of it. Now, I promise you, if they donated something to some charity or something like that, they probably wouldn't even been bothered. But 100%, they're like, yo, y'all don't have a permit, so cease and desist. Y'all can't do that. And he made an excellent point. If a politician wanted to get some good brownie points, easy way for him to move would have been, all right, let me just come down here and offer assistance to these people. How can I help you? How can I assist you with fixing these issues? Because at the end of the day, the city's not paying no money for contractors to do the work. But that's not how it works. When the city gets a certain amount of money donated to them, they actually get a big budget. And when they go back to the federal government the following year, that money has to be spent in order for them to get that same amount of money back the following year from the federal government. If there's less, when they show that ledger in the accounting, they'll get less money. So that's what it all comes down to, bro. Putting shit off to the next fiscal year. You know what I'm saying? It's all politics, and it's all about the Federal Reserve notes and those credits, fiat, all that crap. And who suffers in between all of that? The people. When you come out of the house and you ride over a goddamn speed bump and tear your tire and your rim up, and you got to put in a claim with the city, and they want to drag their feet and pay you after 2 years of investigation into the matter. You know, you get your little measly $250 or $300, $400 back from the state. You know, and that's even if you can prove that's what those things even costed. You gotta prove what those items are that broke or were damaged or were done in that area and what they cost. And then they'll pay you for it eventually. Meanwhile, if you can't pay for it out of pocket, you asked out. But more than likely, you got to pay it yourself and wait for them to reimburse you. It's jacked up, yo. It's 100% jacked up. All right, let me see. Catch up on some of these comments. Cops here don't have body cams and I didn't record because I was in the middle of a medical emergency and they arrested me. I lost consciousness at one point. Yeah, it's a lot of heads in here that can help you out with that. No mask. It's a lot of brilliant guys in here that can help you out. I was doing consultations earlier myself. Um, for anybody that does need a consultation, by the way, I can actually assist if it's a situation even with credit. I just got some new information with credit and stuff like that, charge-offs, all of that stuff. I got the info on that. So if you need a consultation, you're trying to get your credit score right or whatever it is, you can reach out, hit me up. We can set something up. And I do got some gold information to help you out with that, getting stuff off your credit report, all of that. If y'all are going to vote, you might as well vote for Vermin Supreme. He is the internet. He is a meme. I was looking at that guy. What was his name on the Breakfast Club? He was a black Republican on the Breakfast Club. They tried to jump him with questions. Larry Elder. I was looking at Larry Elder on the Breakfast Club. I was actually pretty impressed with some of the things the dude was saying. He had some bars, man. You know what I'm saying? My man had some bars. And it's like, yo, y'all been putting these goofy ass Democrats in office who look like you and speak that bullshit ass job talk long enough. Now let's be honest, the dude's not gonna make it the president because he's running against Donald Trump. It'd be nice to see as the vice president, to be honest, to change of pace. Put somebody else in there who's in a different position that's gonna give you exactly what it needs to be. Or he need to be, a governor of a state or something like that. Shit, make that motherfucker the government of Maryland. I'd appreciate that. He's speaking from an intelligent corner. You know what I'm saying? So I do respect that. But as far as that goes, I don't think he's gonna win. Now, as far as if he gets to be Donald Trump's running mate, like in terms of being a vice president, I think that'd be fire. You'd have Donald Trump, conservative, and then you have this dude, Larry Elder, who's also a conservative. Be better than fucking Biden, to be honest. Now, again, we are aware that pretty much all of these people that are put in front of us are basically placed there, and they're all puppets. We are aware of that. But I'm gonna say this: I'm getting goddamn sick and fucking tired of hearing Biden talk. If I gotta hear somebody fucking talk, god damn it, let me hear one of these motherfuckers talk over here. I don't want to hear goddamn Biden talk anymore. Give me brain tumor. Instead of transporting me to the hospital, they hotbox me for hours. Sheesh. Yeah, clear violations, man. Infinite buffering. Is it just me? I haven't heard anybody else complain about that. And I got people watching that message me when there's an issue, so I don't think it's on my end, bro. This never happens in certain places. It might happen in other places. My internet is plenty to do this one thing. I don't know, man. Maybe it's YouTube acting up. It's possible. All cities have billions in surplus. It's all in the KFIR account. KFIR reports. They have a lot of reserves. I will say that, but I think it's like certain, like for instance, the C-19 pandemic. You know what I'm saying? All the money that they were receiving and stuff like that. I think sometimes those emergency funds are there until the federal government steps in. I'm not sure how that works though. The blackface, yeah, Larry Elder. They drag that man, but they always do that to a conservative, indigenous or black man. They always do that to him, They try to call him this, that, and the third, but man, fuck all that. We out of that point now, bro. We ain't got time for that shit no more, man. At the end of the day, that shit done. All that trashing somebody because they speak proper or one thing that did make me cringe on that interview when he said Tupac Shakur. I said, you fumbled the ball, bro. You said Tupac. You clearly read that from somewhere. You never heard anybody say Tupac before. You just read Tupac and decided to say that out loud. Oh man, that was painful. But otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good showing. When you get a chance, take a look at that interview on the Breakfast Club. The shit I took today is better than Biden. Yeah, yesterday too. Y'all, wow. Man, it's we passed 2 hours, man. Y'all got me on here late doing double duty tonight. Well, check it out. I'm about to clock out, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been real. Man, I ain't even put my banner on. I'm geeking. Sheesh, what the hell am I doing? I put my banner on the last 5 seconds of the show. But there's my banner right there. If you want to donate to the Cash App, feel free to do so. I greatly appreciate it. Any consultations or questions, reach out to that email down at the bottom, a-6_grindtime@protonmail.com. As always, everything used on this channel is fair use and for informational and or entertainment purposes only, depending on what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for tuning in. As usual, we'll be live and direct next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We back on the clock. I'm well rested and ready to go. Also, we will be doing the Patreon video with the Felis Floyd show appearance I did have on the show will be on Patreon. If you decide to get on Patreon, please get the $5 membership. If you get the free membership, you'll only be able to engage in the chats. You will not see any of the videos that have been uploaded. Cannot put those out in the public. Those are for members only. So with that said, it's been real. It's A64 National Born Natural. And remember, the path to freedom is through our bravery. Never be afraid to take a step forward. Y'all have a nice night. Peace.